Hi everyone! Today is the day of the long-awaited strawberries demo. For those of you who don't know, my name is Carrie and I am an independent distributor for Kangen Water ionizers. And today I want to do a fun little demo for you guys that just shows a little bit about Strong Kangen Water and how it can interact with the pesticides on your fruit and veggies, hence the strawberries we're going to show today. So Strong Kangen Water has a pH of somewhere around 10.5 to 11.5, depending on your settings and your water. And on a pH scale of 0 to 14, this high alkalinity gives the Strong Kangen Water the ability to act as a non-toxic detergent, degreaser, and emulsifier of oils. Since it can emulsify oils, it has the ability to penetrate and lift off oil-based pesticides and herbicides that are sprayed on your fruits and veggies. And so this is very, very cool. Obviously, we don't want to be consuming these pesticides and herbicides. They are linked to things like birth defects, brain damage, cancer, ADD, ADHD, neurological issues, reproductive issues, and degenerative diseases, just to name a few. Obviously, we don't really want to be consuming these things if we can help it. So we can't rinse these oil-based pesticides off just with water. If we could, then simple rainwater would wash it off and it would render it pretty useless. So these things are stuck on our fruits and veggies, and it's going to take something that can penetrate that oil to lift it off. Strong Kangen Water can do that really, really easily. One of the things you might not realize is just how much of these pesticides are sprayed on your fruits and veggies. So this demo is really going to showcase that. Now I've chosen to use strawberries because obviously I love the color red. So I'm using store-bought strawberries. These guys have not been rinsed or washed. They are non-organic, so they're going to have a bunch of pesticides on it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to fill up each of these glasses here with some strawberries. And then we're going to soak them in tap water in one cup and in Strong Kangen Water in the other cup. And we'll let them soak for about 10-15 minutes. I usually do 15 minutes with my own veggies. And we'll come back and we'll take a look at the water. See if I can get all these strawberries in here. Look at that, perfect fit. All right, so we're gonna fill the first one up with just regular tap water. And I'm gonna use a couple little cups for pH, just so you can see the difference in the tap water and the Kangen water. So the first one we're gonna do here is tap water. I'm gonna fill this glass up. Nice and full. All right, and then I'm gonna switch this. We're gonna turn on the Kangen machine you can see over here. And we're going to run the 2.5 button, which is actually gonna put out the 2.5 acidic water out of one hose, and the 11.5 that we're interested out is gonna come out of this top hose here. So while this guy is running, there's the cup. All right, so we're filling this glass up here with the Strong Kangen Water, this glass of strawberries. And then I'm just gonna fill up a little bit in this little cup here so we can do our pH test. Turn this machine off. So what I'm gonna use to do the pH test just real quick, this is just a simple pH drops, so you can see. So I'm just gonna add a couple drops in the first. Now this was the tap water. My tap water is around an 8, a little higher than an 8 pH on the scale. Oops, put the lid on that too soon. And the Strong Kangen Water, like we said, is gonna come out between 10.5 and 11.5. I think my setting is right at 11. So you can really see the difference between these. Again, the blue is just the tap water. The purple is the Strong Kangen Water. So really cool on those. We'll leave those right in front so we can keep them apart. So we're gonna go ahead and just let this sit. I'm gonna let it sit for 15 minutes and then I will come back and we will see exactly what has happened. So I'll catch you guys in 15 minutes. Hi everyone. So it has now been 15 minutes and our strawberries have been marinating in their respective glasses of water. We've got the tap water and the Strong Kangen Water. Now again, the Strong Kangen Water is able to emulsify that oil, so it's able to penetrate and lift off those oil-based pesticides that tap water is unable to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just drain these strawberries, and we're just going to see what the difference is. So drain them over the sink here. Now this is the tap water. So I'm going to keep the strawberries in the glass. So you can see a little bit of coloration here, and this is just from the color of the strawberries. Let me see if I've got a piece of paper here that's, just see. So again, that's just the regular tap water. And then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna drain the 11.5 Strong Kangen water off of the strawberries here. Now again, this has lifted off all of these oil-based pesticides. This is a really dark color, so you can really see the amount of stuff that was pulled off. Gross pesticides. Again, these are the pesticides that are linked to birth defects, cancer, brain damage, degenerative diseases, ADD, ADHD, a whole slew of nasty things that we just really don't want. So obviously you want to avoid ingesting these if we can help it. You can see the difference between these two glasses of water. Tap water again here, Strong Kangen water here. Now I don't know about you, would you drink this water? I certainly would not. And so it's important to note that if you're washing your fruits and veggies with regular tap water, you are consuming everything that's in this glass. Again, not very good at all. So the other thing I wanted to show you while we've got this test out is to talk a little bit about chlorine. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these strawberries out of the way. We're done with them. And so the chlorine. So the chlorine, I'm here in Tennessee, and my chlorine out of my tap water is pretty strong, pretty chlorinated. I got it tested, and it shows to be about the same chlorine level as a community swimming pool. So I'm not really a big fan of drinking swimming pool water. So of course, most of us avoid drinking water directly from our tap. However, we do usually drink, or we bathe in the water. And so we are getting chlorine absorbed through our skin. And so I'm just gonna show you. So this was again the water that had the strawberries in it. I'm gonna stick my hand in this one real quick and try to not overflow. And we're gonna go ahead and do, so this is just a chlorine tester. It is called orthotolidine, in case you're curious. And you can buy this on Amazon or any little testing store to go ahead and test your water. And so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the difference if I can unscrew this. There we go. So I've got my hand sitting in tap water. This is tap water that I just poured. So I went ahead and put 6 or so drops in that, and I'm gonna stir it around. I always forget to grab a spoon, so I'll grab a spoon and stir that in just a second. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some drops of water, of orthotolidine, of the chlorine tester, in this as well, where I just had my hand sitting. So again, I put 6 drops in there. I'm gonna grab a little knife. And so we're gonna stir this around. Now I think you can probably see the color difference here. Now again, this was regular tap water. I just had my hand in it for 20-30 seconds. Chlorine is gone. So nasty swimming pool chlorine here, same tap water, but now the chlorine's in my hand. Shows you how quickly our skin absorbs the chlorine. I'm gonna go ahead and put some drops in. This was the cup of tap water that had our strawberries in it. And so you can see there's already just a slight coloring from the strawberries. And again, there's very little change to the color. So that chlorine that was in this tap water is now in our strawberries. So instead of rinsing off the nasty pesticides that are oil-based that stick to the fruit, we've rinsed our fruit in tap water, haven't washed off any pesticides, and now our fruit has absorbed all the chlorine that was in our tap water. Kind of defeats the purpose of rinsing your fruit if you're trying to get rid of chemicals and you're just putting them in there. So I think that test is a really interesting way to show. And then I'll go ahead and pour a cup of water from the Kangen machine, and so we can test that as well. And so the Kangen machine is not designed specifically as a water filter. However, it does have a phenomenal filter in it that will filter out all of your heavy sediment, your chlorine, your lead, your rust, that kind of stuff. And so again, we've got our drops of toluidine going in here. Stir that bad boy up. And again, you can see that it is crystal clear. So, oops, nice little ring light reflection. So again, just one more reason to drink the Kangen water and use the Kangen machine from a filtration perspective. And also, we do have an in-shower filter called the Anespa, and that works phenomenally well to remove the chlorine from your shower water. I found that it was incredibly interesting to learn that in one 10-minute hot shower, our bodies absorb the equivalent of 8 tall glasses of this nasty chlorinated swimming pool water. So if you're not drinking it out of your tap, but you are bathing in it, you're kind of defeating the purpose. So any which way, I hope you guys have enjoyed these demos and it's given you something to think about. Again, that Strong Kangen water does wonders for your fruits and veggies. I wash everything with it. I soak everything for 15 minutes before I eat it, and it, for me, has improved the taste of my veggies and fruits. It has improved the life of them. They last longer in the fridge once they're chopped and whatnot. And so for me, it's one of those things that I don't think I could ever live without it. I think that's everything that I wanted to tell you guys on this demo. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me, to DM me. There's links in my bio that you can click, or if there's someone that referred this video to you to watch, then just go ahead and contact them and get in touch with us and we'll answer whatever questions you have. Thanks so much, y'all. Have a wonderful day.